He's the only man in Australia with the guts to say exactly what News Corp wants him to say. I'm Dennis Wynn, and this is Pussy Whipped. Long-time viewers of this action-packed, needless explosions effects news program would know that if there's one thing that makes me sick to my gut, it's bullying. Every time I hear a story of the little guy getting stomped on, it makes me feel like snatching the glasses right off the closest defenceless four eyes, smashing them with me foot, and pouring hot sauce in his eyes, yelling, "Stop crying, I'm giving you contact lenses! Spicy Mexican contact lenses!" Now, my mother taught me never to use the word hate, but it turns out she's a massive dunce because I've built an entire career off hating, and I hate the unions, because repeat after me, the unions are thugs. Well, I'm waiting. Say it! Say it or I'll kill your dog! This may shock you to discover, but probably not though, as I say it every single day on air, that the union movement has been hijacked by organised crime. That's right, there is no difference between the Crips, the Yakuza, and of course this bunch of air hostesses, because unions use hoodlum tactics to get whatever they want, and they're never happy with something as simple as a rival mafia boss's head either. They want to use their power not to kill thugs, but save their lives, all at the expense of you, the taxpayer. They call this abomination free universal health care. Probably only free to sew the rival mafia boss's head right back on because, well, I'm in a favour, Shane. Who are the unions to tell me that having access to doctors is good for my health? Are they doctors? Seeing as there's a union for doctors, yes. But if you ask the other unions, they'd agree, despite having zero medical expertise on the matter, making the general union movement of Australia the Dr. Dre of the Southern Hemisphere. Gangsters pretending to be doctors, coming up with sick beats. The audacity of demanding safe working environments. Shouldn't that be your employer's decision to determine whether or not he wants you to die? It's his business. If an employer says jump, you say how high, referring to Method Man and Redman's 2001 Stoner movie, and if he doesn't laugh at that, it's not because he doesn't get the reference, it's because it's not a good joke, because he's the boss. I do it every day in the editorial room when Rupert Murdoch storms in and barks. Dennis, get on air and bash the unions. You told me I could talk about my train collection. I want everyone to know that, yeah, in reality I'm a word goon, but in my mind I'm the best conductor in merry old Tottenham. Get on here or I'll kill your dog. I don't even have a dog, I've got a cat. Good. Then I know just the man to call. Oh no! The tables have turned bald! As a result of that ugly little encounter backstage, I reckon it's high time that the real enemy of Team Australia, construction workers and shelf stackers, are finally getting their feet held up to the fire with a never-before-held Royal Commission into union corruption. If you exclude every Liberal Prime Minister since Billy McMahon who has held a Royal Commission into union corruption. The last one spending over $56 million to discover something that will shock you. Turns out the secret formula to Coke Zero is the Australian union movement, as literally zero union delegates and officials were charged of any criminal activity. Still, more than fair for me to suggest every day since that the union movement is nothing but a bunch of bikies. If I added the phrase at the end, bikies with a heart of gold, fighting global warming by making more ice. But I don't. Instead, I gloat that we finally brought this horde of bullies to the highest principal's office in the land and told him that what union boss John Skeeter allegedly did to builder Andrew Zaff, where he apparently intimidated Mr. Zaff into building him a free roof, is really bloody great that might have happened, as we spent 80 billion bananas on this, and that's the only thing the Commission's pretty much come up with. That's basically all we've got. A roof! Extortionary fees if I ever saw them. I don't charge the taxpayer $80 million and I'll give you 2 roofs for free right now. Roof. Remembering that this roof bribe is a very big maybe, seeing as Andrew Zaff's testimony is so unsubstantiated and riddled with counter evidence that even the Liberal Party hand-picked Union Commissioner Dyson Hayden overlooked any evidence Mr. Zaff has given, realising that perhaps Mr. Zaff isn't the best witness you'd want to be taking evidence from when he's been accused of pulling a gun on a union organiser. Which naturally drove me and my Murdoch press mates to conclude that it's the unions, who definitely didn't pull a gun, say it. You know the word I'm searching for. It rhymes with mugs. Just replace the with the is it any surprise with this thuggish background they went to war with the construction company Lizcon in the most menacing way possible? Because we all know that the pen is mightier than the sword. That's right, the construction union had the audacity to write the manager of Lizcon a letter asking Lizcon to stop hiring Irish backpackers illegally and not paying into their superannuation, to which the Lizcon manager Owen O'Neill replied, O'Neill, have you put me on hold? Son of a bitch! Fair enough. Now, because I'm assuming only Liberal voters watch this, doesn't it make you skip to the UV dispenser with joy, knowing that a sensible government is finally in power, spending your precious tax dollars, busting the lid wide open on the construction game, and exposing that the vast majority of credible allegations of thug tactics, blackmail, and outright exploitation come from the construction companies, not unions? Yet, are any of those construction companies accused of intimidation and violence going to be charged? What do you think the Royal Commission is, a court? The construction industry are some of the biggest donors to the Liberal Party. Welcome to Justice Down Under, mate. Take a seat in one of the public gallery's many pouches available and get snuggly for the most expensive kangaroo court in our entire history. Hopping mad about it? Control yourself, thug, or I'll get Biker to smack your fucking face in. I can do that. I know people who own construction companies.
Please press the subscribe button now. Come on.